Hey, we're here at the Summer 2004 tournament, and we're with one of probably the most famous gamers in the competitive scene, John Wendell, Fatal1ty. Go ahead and say hi, I guess, to the community.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's a lot of fun to be here at the Gaylord Texan Resort, and this place is pretty insane, even though the name, but it's an awesome venue, and I look forward to coming to here for a lot more events, so it's going to be pretty awesome.
You check out the river?
The river, yeah, I've seen the river, and like I smell some kind of fish smell now, so I don't know what's
I don't know what's up with that either, but it's okay. Just get past it. The actual looks are pretty cool. Yeah. Well, let's jump into the first order of business, I guess. Today, why you're here, Painkiller. Yeah. What do you think of the tournament? What do you think of the whole setup, and how do you feel about yourself in this actual game?
I mean, I think it's going to be an awesome event. I mean, any 1v1 game I love playing. I love it when all the pressure's on me to win and perform. So really excited about playing the game. I just got back from Esports World Cup in France, and I took 4th there, which is a pretty good outcome for only training for 2 weeks. So really excited, and I know my game is definitely 2 times better, or it's way better than what it was there. So I know all the guns now, and it's I think I can actually pull this one out and win this one.
Looking at ES World Cup, you weren't able to come in top there. There was a lot of talk going in that you were the person to beat. I don't know if that's true or not, but there was a lot of people who saw your name and said, that's the person that I want to play, and that's the person I want to play against. Do you think that's a similar feel here, or do you think that's changed?
I think definitely it is now, because now they know I've actually had time to train and prepare, so I think they're even more scared now probably than they were at France. At France, they just got a taste of what it's going to be like, and now they're actually going to get the full mouthful.
Well, I mean, hopefully that's going to work out for you. You're doing a lot of things, have done a lot of things as well. Quake 3, you've done Counter-Strike. How many games have you done? What do you think was the best game that you've played? And how do you feel about what's going on with all that?
I think definitely Quake 3 is probably my most favorite game. I mean,
fair enough.
Overall, I think that's the most competitive game pretty much ever. Next to, Counter-Strike's in there, of course, now because it's been around for about 4 years. But in this scene of, Quake 3 is kind of what broke it all out, made it really big worldwide and whatnot. And I've played a lot of games since then. I played Alien vs. Predator 2 and Unreal Tournament 2003, Unreal Tournament 2004. I played Quake 1 before that, whatnot, but then I actually went to Counter-Strike for a little while, and then went to Call of Duty for a short period, and then when CPL announced they're doing one-on-one, I was like, that's me, so...
Looking at those 2 team games, you did Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, 2 of the most popular team-based games right now. How do you feel about team-based games? I know Quake 3, you weren't as huge. I mean, you did them, but you weren't as big. Wasn't as big to you. How do you feel about team-based games in general, and what do you think of the World Tour that's coming up here with the CPL?
Oh, I mean, definitely. I'm totally excited about the World Tour being one-on-one. So,
I bet there was a little bit of a party going on when you heard that.
Yeah, I think we were all, partying pretty hard that night when we heard that, and it was great to go see the comments from the CS community. But I know that it is tough for everyone. Yeah. But I think most people were really excited about it because a lot of the CS community already came to me and talked to me. And like most of them seem like they're actually kind of excited about the one-on-one because a lot of them are kind of tired of relying on their teammates, and because it's really hard to find 5 guys who are extremely dedicated to playing a game and competing at the highest level.
And you think you ran into that kind of a problem with yourself?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. It was just no one can train as much as I can. So basically, I mean, just really hard to find guys that are as committed as I was to play team games. And Quake 3, I was actually fortunate enough. I joined a team called Clan Capital, and the 3 guys I played with were second to none. I mean, they were the best guys. I mean, they were reliable. They were always there. And we went undefeated for over 2 years, online, on LAN, and won 2 LAN events, Frag 4, which was actually the first team event ever at CPL. And so we were really excited. Quake 3 was Team Team I loved a lot. But
looking at the 1v1, do you think it's going to be Doom 3? I mean, I know a little bit. You know a little bit. What do you think? What have you heard?
Man, if it's not Doom 3, I don't know what to say. I mean,
there are UTs out there as well. Obviously, that's got to be in the realm.
Yeah, I mean, definitely UT is a great game, and I love playing it. But I think if you're going to try to draw the whole community together and get the professional gaming scene going, Doom 3 is definitely the way to go. And I think, Doom 3 is by far going to bring everyone together.
Well, I heard you were already working on some stuff for Doom 3. Is that true? Have you thought about it?
No, like, I mean, I went to the headquarters and kind of hanged out with Fred Nilsson there when he was doing some of the graphics and whatnot, and they just kind of showed me what was going on and whatnot, and kind of just hanged out a little bit. And then we hopped on and played some Quake 3 CTF with some like Tim Willis and all those guys. So.
But you didn't get a chance to check out the game?
A little bit, yeah. I've checked it out a lot. I mean, like last year at QuakeCon, I got to play it a little bit at the booth that everyone got to play at. At E3, I got to play the Xbox version, and then everyone's played the League version pretty much. And so. Pretty much I just got to play pretty much what everyone else has already got to play. Yeah.
Looking at it, if Doom 3 is selected, or even if UT is selected for that matter, do you plan to attend all 10 events?
That's definitely a good question. If Doom 3, of course, I mean, it would be a no-brainer right off the top. But I just have to kind of wait and see what kind of game they pick. I mean, of course, I'm really excited about the World Tour and whatnot, so I mean, you can almost definitely count me in, but you just got to see what kind of game it is, whatnot. I mean, because Doom 3 is going to be such a big game, you wonder if someone else is going to use it.
If, for example, I mean, just throwing out a possibility here, if it happens to be not Doom 3, but yet at the same time you've got QuakeCon and all that, you're such a rigorous practice schedule person, are you going to go, well, maybe I just go QuakeCon and do Doom 3?
Oh, I'm definitely going to go to QuakeCon and do Doom 3 no matter what.
Yeah, of course.
But in the future, I haven't decided my whole game plan yet, how I want to attack it. I mean, if it's two different games, I mean, I could possibly attack both games at the same time and do that, but I really like sticking to one game, and I've been moving around a lot this year already with Counter-Strike in January, and then moving to Call of Duty, and then now moving moved to Ultimate 2004 for a little while, and then when they said they're going to do TDM for the tournament, I was like, oh well, there's going to be one-on-one for Painkiller. Like, I like the one-on-one a lot better than team.
You've got all these tournaments coming up. You've got all these things to do, and you've got 8-Bit here, and you've been talking about this new product you've got. Yep. What do you think of it? How do you feel it's been going so far? And do we have a release date or anything on it?
I believe we're talking about 30 days after QuakeCon.
Okay, that's soon. You ready?
That's really soon. So we got some. We're gonna come out with our own Fatal1ty 8-Bit motherboard, and basically our goal is when Quake 3 first came out, no one could really play the game hardly, and that same thing happened to Doom 3, and hopefully, our goal is with our motherboard, you're going to be able to overclock those computers pretty fast and going to start playing those games at high frames, so it's going to be a lot of
fun. It's probably the first time that I can think of outside of mouse pads that somebody has done a product, promoted by gamers, helped created by gamers. This is I don't want to use the word reach, but it's a little bit of a new frontier, and you've liked to be the person on that frontier. What do you think about that, and how important is that for this community, do you feel?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, we're going to really help build this community. That's been my goal, my dream ever since I started gaming.
Like everyone's.
Yeah, it's like everyone's, but I'm actually going to be doing it, and I'm going to really help build this community, and through the Fatal1ty brand and the Brain Trust team, we're going to make some awesome products, and we're going to give back to the community right away.
Well, I got a pointed question for you, though. If it's not as successful, you got to be prepared for everything. What do you think is the level that 8-Bit's going to say, this is what we want out of it? This is what we're expecting, and what do you think that expectation is, and how do you feel about meeting that expectation from such a big company?
Well, 8-Bit is definitely second to none as a motherboard manufacturer. So I knew right away when 8-Bit was interested, and we actually came to agreement that we were both the perfect match to work together. I was totally excited and thrilled. I mean, I've been when 8-Bit BH6 motherboard came out, that was when Quake 3 first came out, and that's when you could overclock the 300A Celeron to 450 megahertz, which was like insane back then. It give you like 20, 30 more FPS than Quake 3. So I mean, that motherboard alone sold tons, and I know how 8-Bit is committed to the gamers, and how good they are professionally wise as engineers and whatnot. So I'm very excited about working with them and coming out with some awesome products.
Looking at how this is all set up and how this has been working, if this product is successful and it starts building it, do you think that opens the path for other people? I mean, obviously you're not going to be able to work with other companies that would be competing against 8-Bit, but other gamers might be. Do you think that's going to be a possibility in the future?
I think that's awesome. I look forward to other gamers having other motherboards manufacturers come in and helping them out as well, and help build this whole community for everyone to make a living, so everyone makes a good living from playing video games.
Compete against them, though, maybe outsell them.
But like, I mean, of course, we're going to tier 1 with our motherboard and whatnot, and we know it's going to be pretty much the best, so we're really excited about it and everything. But I'm really excited about the whole gaming community getting bigger, and I'm just trying to open the doors for everyone here, and working with 8-Bit, and 8-Bit believing in me, we're going to have a lot of fun working together, and hopefully other companies will get more involved and help build this community a little faster.
Get some other gamers involved as well.
Yeah.
Golf as well as the other games. I mean, let's be honest. Do you think it's going to jump out and it's going to get huge?
Dude.
And also, I gotta throw in one more caveat on this. If you looking at how you've played other 1v1 games, you've jumped into AVP, you've jumped into UT.
You really played well at the beginning, really strong, and then, maybe didn't put as much effort in. Do you feel like this is a game that I'm going to jump in hardcore, and especially if the World Tour says, yeah, that's the game we're playing, do you think that you're going to be just continue with this for the foreseeable future?
Definitely.
Okay.
I mean, if it's Doom 3, it's end of story.
That's a big statement, but yeah.
But it's the truth, though.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's kind of thing. Like when I played Quake 3, I didn't play Counter-Strike probably till like 2000, 2001 or something like that. I mean, I just didn't play. I mean, my game was Quake 3, and that was it. I didn't play EverQuest or any of those games.
Yeah,
like the only side game I have is like playing on Zone.com, playing Hearts or Spades. That's like my luxury. My time off from the gaming.
Yeah. So I guess all that I'm left to ask is how do you feel about Painkiller, and how do you feel about this tournament? You add another title to your thing, and you think you got a chance?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think I have a chance. It's going to be tough, of course, but, there's going to be some great players here from Europe and even the USA. Well,
why don't you give us some names on the people?
Actually, we have Zen from USA, he won the USA PK tourney, and then you have the Euros, which is like Vu and Sturmy and Stelm, who competed and did very well in the European tournament. So there's a lot of great players going to be here, and there's some really old school players from the Quake 1 days, which is like, this game is very similar to Quake 1. So a lot of those players are coming back, and Zen's actually, I knew him since I was 15 years old, so that's like 8 years ago.
Wow, that's a long time.
And we just now reacquainted like a month ago.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of great players from the past. Also Rupture was another great player from the Quake world, and they're all coming back ready to play some Painkiller, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, is there anybody you're looking out for on a particular gun or in certain situations you don't want to face?
Basically, when I go to tournaments, when I'm ready to play, I don't care who it is. I just want to play and beat them.
So you got anybody you don't do? Anything
I'm looking forward to the finals and winning it.
Oh, there you go. That's a good answer. What do you think's your best gun? Let me ask that.
Like, if you ever knew me in Quake 3, I just said every gun's my best gun, because
there you go. That's a good answer.
That's how I feel. I play the game how it has to be played to win the
game. Yeah, so that's a good answer. Anything else you want to throw in? Any sponsors? Obviously, we talked about A-Bit a few, but anything else you want to throw in?
Yeah, I mean, A-Bit and just, the Fatal1ty Brain Trust team. We're really excited about helping the gaming community grow, and we're going to be sponsoring a lot of gamers here very soon. And we're already sponsoring some, I guess.
You spoke of the Brain Trust. What is that?
Basically, it's it's the team between my partners at Body Glove and whatnot, but and then also A-Bit and myself. And basically, we have kind of like a membership, where we have a select few people that we actually talk to, and it's kind of on our trust team.
So just a little bit of an advising crew for you.
Yeah, and they're all part of the team. They're all of them are partners or whatnot of the Fatal1ty brand, and we're all we all work together.
Oh, but I think that's it.
Yeah, my shoulder's been hurt. I need to go get some Painkiller.
Thanks, man.